Welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I know this tournament has been going off since this morning. It has been quite a whirlwind. I'm going to let some people get in here. I hope we have lots of people joining us this afternoon. And our contest for the 1 o'clock check-in was the first person to comment on the live stream will win our bait package that was donated by one of our anglers, Dion Farr. Thank you, sir, for your donation. And I have a winner to announce right now. Our winner will be, I'm sorry if I butcher your name, buddy, but it is AJ Walsh Brennizer. He had commented, "Go Googans." So congratulations, AJ. You will win the prize package you can see right here on the screen. Shoot us a message here at the Anglers List, and we can get me your address, and we can get that sent over to you. So again, congratulations, AJ. Thank you for commenting. Brittany Farr has tuned in and says, "Go Team Mud Puddle." We got some fans in the crowd here. There's 4 of you now watching. So, all right. Well, like I said, it has been quite an event so far. As I look at the submissions here, we've got 32 total submissions on the day. They started coming in at 5:10 this morning, so with 10 minutes into the day, they were already firing fish off. It's been kind of a back and forth battle on some of these fish, and we will get started first by thanking our sponsors again. I'll start off with 903 Baits. 903 Bait Company, out of Bullard, Texas. They are a small business. Hand-poured baits, plastics. You can find them at 903 Bait Company on Facebook. Looks like you can message him or get a hold of him to order whatever you need, and he'll get those shipped off to you. They've got some great baits. I'm assuming some of these guys are throwing them out there today, so get your hands on some of these baits. Our other sponsor I'd like to thank is Hogsback Custom Rods. Actually, Team Hogsback, Jake Pills, and his partner. He has been gracious enough to donate a rod to the champion at the end of both events. Not both events, but at the end of the second event. So we will see who gets that rod and what that rod looks like. Rods look like once we crown a champion. So, and then last but not least, thank you to Minnesota Made Outdoors again for letting us hijack the YouTube channel. Hopefully we got people out there watching. Looks like we've got 7 people in here now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, toss questions, comments, cheer on your team that you're rooting for here in the comments section. We'll get that flashed up on the screen. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. So without further ado, we are at check-in number 1 after the first period. These guys have fished for 8 hours, and we have a heck of a scoreboard right now. Before we get into the scoreboard, before we start looking at some of the fish that these guys caught, I would like to take a look at their check-in videos. Everybody sent in a video to let us know how their day went, and I have yet to watch these, so I'm going to watch them live with you guys, and we're going to dive into it right away. So first off, our first check-in of the day was the Googans, and they had quite an interesting day just based on the score sheet here. So let's see what these boys have to say. Take it away, Googans.
The Googans here for check-in number 1. Hope everyone's doing good so far. Start off the morning chasing some rainbow trout.
I started off, got a handful right away, and then I was able to catch a 12-inch. So
still not quite the size we were looking for, but we'll take it. Then we went after some splake and went about an hour and a half without a bite. About ready to abandon ship, and then we popped a 13-inch splake.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 3 more in the next 15 minutes, but couldn't upgrade. So we moved on, chased some brook trout. Kind of the same deal. Took a while for the first fish. Well, it turned out to be the only fish, but
We had some hits and follows.
but it was a
Lost
dandy,
some.
let me tell you. It wasn't quite 20, but it was 7.5. So on our way to the next lake. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what everybody's got.
Nice. Looks like those guys had a fun time. I'm assuming they're somewhere up north, chasing down those trout. Really cool to see that they put a splake on the board once again. They did that last year. Riley was fishing with his wife last year, but they did it again and put a splake on the board, which is really cool to see. So like I said, I'll get into the score sheet here after we watch all the check-in videos, but great check-in, guys. Excited to see what's coming next. So next up, we've got Team 10 Pounder. These guys, like you said, they were down on the Mississippi and bound to have some good fish caught. So let's see what their check-in looks like.
What's up, guys? Dan and Kevin with Team 10 Pounder. We're having a fantastic day. Rolling back into the harbor on trolling motor power. Lost our fuel pump, or so we think, after a couple hours of fishing. Spent the last, give or take, hour making our way back under trolling motor power.
At least an hour, probably several hours.
We did add one species, not an impressive one, but put a small smallmouth on the board on the way in, so it wasn't totally lost. My wife is driving my truck down to the ramp an hour away from home. We're gonna get this sucker out and see where that leaves us. Anything else to add?
Yeah, so we might be in the canoe.
Period 2 will be a different one for us.
If anyone has a fuel pump for a 175 Mercury, let us know. On a Saturday.
Yeah, not looking good. Anyways, good luck, everyone. Stay safe, and we're hoping our next period goes better.
Okay. That's a tough start for those boys. Fortunately, they've got someone to come rescue them, but hopefully they can come up with a contingency plan here and keep it going for the rest of the day. I believe they forgot to mention one of their fish. They had a northern pike that they submit that hit the scoreboard as well, so we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Next up, we have Team Goodwill. These boys look pretty chilly out there, so let's see what's going on.
All right, this is Team Goodwill doing our first check-in.
So far, we've got, I feel like, a decent crappie. Walleye didn't quite pan out the way we're after, but at least we got something on the board. Out here working on upgrading that.
Yeah, that's what we got going on right now. Hopefully we get a fish here during the middle of this video, but well, we'll see.
Not very likely. Trying a few different things for this next session. Some species we haven't tried for before. Hope you guys are having better luck than we are.
Yes, sir. Weather's just beautiful up here right now. I mean, a little overcast, but cooler than it has been for the last couple weeks. So
Much nicer than recently. Hoping for a little sun to change some of the bites up that we were hoping for this morning, but take what you get.
I mean, realistically, like in the last couple weeks, when's the last time you wore or seen anyone wear a hoodie? Like,
No kidding.
Like, this is amazing. So, good luck to you guys.
All right, stay safe. Have fun.
We'll see you in about 8 hours.
Like I said, those boys are keeping cool. I'm assuming somewhere up in the northern part of the state. Slow start for them, but they did get a fish on the board. And actually, they got a couple submissions, but they got one to score. So we'll take a look at that here in a bit. But next up, we have the Bass Holes with their check-in video here. Looks like they're in a pretty cool location. Let's see what they've got to say.
Hey guys, Team Bassholes here. Wish I had better news for you guys. Start of the morning, we went after some trout. Didn't turn out so good. We only had 2 opportunities there. Possibly a third one, but at least didn't get to see that one. lost a nice 17, 18-inch rainbow literally right next to me between my feet, and had a brown on, tried to get him into the net, didn't go as planned. Moved to some big water. It's going good. It's actually been very well. The only issue was we forgot my bump board in my truck, but so far fishing, can't complain. I mean, just got to start taking pictures here. So been getting them on, been getting them on Lindy rigs and lead core. Haven't done any jigging yet. But best of luck to you guys. Stay hydrated. Good luck.
Real tough start for those guys. Kind of a heartbreaker, it sounds like. Missing fish, losing fish, botched net job. Can't be doing that tournament time, boys. So looks like they got a trolling program going on. Hopefully it pans out a little better for them here, and they can start scoring some points. So let's check in now with Team Hogsback, see how he fared rolling solo.
Hey guys, Checkin number 1 from Team Hogsback. The story of the morning was quantity over quality. Managed to jump on a bunch of species. Definitely a few of them will get beat throughout the weekend, but we're going to get them registered anyways. They might have already been beat in session number 1. But I'm going to list off Team Hogsback submission for session number 1. I got a 21.5-inch drum, 9-inch crappie, 15-inch walleye, 15 3/4-inch largemouth, an 8 1/4-inch gill, a 10-inch perch, a 24.5-inch pike, and a 10.5-inch bullhead. So those are my submittals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 species. Not quite confident a lot of them will stand, but that's submission 1 from Team Hogsback, and hope everyone had a good morning and ready to fish on this beautiful afternoon. Good luck, everyone.
Well, Jake is doing a good job defending his title solo right now. 8 species submit. We'll look at the scoreboard to see how that panned out, but he is having a good day so far. Let's see if he can continue, maybe upgrade some of those submissions. So last but not least, we are going to hear from Team Mud Puddle, who seems to have had some similar luck to Team Hogsback.
Hey guys, Team Mud Puddle checking in here for the first period. We caught a lot of fish. Didn't really get the sizes for most of the fish that we were looking for, but the bite was hot for us this morning. Hopefully it was for you all too. We did end up registering a few different species.
So we got largemouth, pumpkin seed, bluegill, carp, drum, smallie, goldeye, channel, and black crappie. Did we miss anything? I think that's it for now.
We threw a couple back without registering them because we weren't too impressed with them. But a lot of small fish this period. Hopefully we can get into some bigger ones here going forward. But excited to see how you guys are all doing, and good luck in the next round.
Good luck, boys.
Solid day. Solid start for Mud Puddle. Sounds like a little bit of a dink fest. I wouldn't be throwing fish back, boys. Every point counts. So keep them coming. So with that being said, it's time to take a look at our scoreboard. I'm going to take a run through the comments here and see what people are saying. Wendy Johnson Wilcoxon, our winner from this morning, guessed when the first fish would be caught. It was 5:10. She guessed 5:07. She won that pack of baits. So excited to see where it's at. I am as well. And we've got AJ coming in. Way to go, Jake. So got some fans in the comment section here right now. So without further ado, let's get that scoreboard up. We got a lot to look at here. So I'm going to throw up our scoreboard on the screen. All right. So we've got, sorry, 1 second. There we go. Make it so we can see everything and everyone. All right, so we have a total of 16 points on the board for everyone. That's a total of 229.5 inches. So overall, we've got a heck of a start going here for this tournament. If I remember correctly from last year, I think we are already well beyond what they had going from last year total. So this is looking good. As of right now, we are showing Team Hogsback and Team Mud Puddle tied with 5 fish each. Hogsback will take the tiebreaker as of right now, sitting in first place with 72.75 inches. Mud Puddle right behind them. A lot of time left for that. In second place, or in third place, I'm sorry, we have the Googans with 3 species, and those came late. Those were some cool fish, and we'll take a look at that here in a second. In fifth place, Team Tenny Pounder with 2 points, a total of 45 inches. That pike helps quite a bit, and then Team Goodwill 1 point in sixth place. So a lot of time left, a lot of fish to catch, but let's take a look at some of these fish. We're going to start with Team Goodwill and work our way up the board here. So Team Goodwill submit an absolute donkey of a black crappie, and let's take a look at this fish here. We've got them. I don't know which pictures which, but there it is. Beautiful looking fish on the bump board. 14 1/4. That tail is touching that line, so it looks good. We've got our indicator in there as well. Let's see that fish being held up by the angler. Looks like Cody put that one in the boat. Great looking fish. I love me a good crappie. That is a nice fish. Not far off from my PB. Actually, that's hanging up on the wall here behind me. So anyways, nice start, guys. Got a long ways to go, but that crappie's going to be really tough to beat. Next, we are going to take a look at what Team Tenny Pounder threw up there. We've got a 32 3/4 inch northern pike and a 13-inch smallmouth. Let's get a look at that pike. That is a nice pike for anybody, but Dan holding that bad boy up. Looks like he tugged that one in. These guys are struggling, but I think that pike is going to hold some weight for a little while. I don't see too many people targeting that, but you never know. That's going to be a good fish to beat. There he is on the bump board, qualifying fish there. Let's get a look at their smallmouth here. And this is a 13-inch smallmouth. Now, I think that fish is easy to beat, but it's a matter of if people are targeting them. Nice fish there by Kevin, and we will take a look at it on the bump board. There it is, qualifying fish. Tail touches that 13-inch line. We've got our indicator in there as well. Nice work, Tenny Pounder. Hopefully you can get that boat issue figured out and upgrade and get some more fish on the board. Let's take a look at the Googans. This is a really cool one. These guys have 3 scoreable fish and all in the trout species list. My favorite, of course, is the splake. I wanted to see that one put up. They did it last year. They did it again this year. They're out in the canoe. Obviously, must be some sort of boundary water situation. That is a cool looking fish. I guess I am no expert when it comes to identifying fish, but I know enough. That is a splake for certain. The identifier that I'm using is the tail here. That lake trout will have much more of a fork in the tail. It'll be way more pronounced. This is a little bit flatter. It's more of a V. So I can confirm that is a splake. And there's another picture. We'll get a look at that. Nice fish. Sounded like they were after some bigger ones, but I think that's pretty impressive. I don't know that that's going to be beat. It'd be interesting to see if people are after those. Next up, let's look at their rainbow trout. Beautiful fish right on the bump board there. Qualifies with their ID in the picture. And it looks like they're still in the canoe, obviously, out there fishing. Beautiful fish. So that is their rainbow trout. And they were able to score a brook trout, which is another one of those fish that I would love to go after myself. I have yet to catch one. Little guy, but hey, it's a species and it was a qualifier. It's a pretty looking fish. Let's see if you can get a good look at it here on the bump board. I had to zoom in. It's tough to do it here with this system, but it is in fact a brook trout. You can see the coloring on it. The tail's a little beat up, so it does kind of look funky, but that is in fact a brook trout. So good work to the Googans. All right, so let's make our way up here to Team Mud Puddle. They have 5 points on the board. All right, so we've got a 9.5-inch bluegill, 19-inch channel cat, 17.5-inch common carp, 11-inch goldeye, and a 7.25-inch pumpkin seed. Every fish counts, as you can see. Minimum size is 7 inches. That one just qualifies. So we'll start with our pumpkin seed. Everybody loves a good sunny. That is a pretty fish. Those bad boys hold some weight, as I know from tournament fishing over the winter. That makes a lot of difference when you can get those bad boys. Beautiful fish. Nice work there. Looks like Dion might have brought that one in. That one I think can be beat. It is a point that many guys should be looking for. Next we'll look at their gold eye. There is a solid 11-inch gold eye. Again, one of those species that I don't hear people targeting, but this is the tournament for it. Kind of a goofy looking fish, but there it is on the bump board. That thing qualifies. And let's see who brought that one in. Dion once again holding that bad boy up. So, all right, let's move on to their common carp. Common carp, these things are becoming a little bit more of a targeted species. I see a lot of people on social media catching them. They're, kind of seen as a trash fish, but some people kind of covet these things. So Dion, the nice trophy shot there, or hero shot, whatever you want to call it. And there it is on the bump board, qualifies, nose touching, tail on the line. That is a qualifying fish. Next, we will take a look at their 19-inch channel cat. These bad boys are tough to measure. Throwing it on the stomach there. It does touch that line indicator in the picture. And let's see who's holding this one. And once again, Dion putting on a clinic out there. Couple channel cats were submit, but these guys were able to edge out that point with the 19-incher. I think that is a point that will be chased, and it can be beat after watching some of those fish that were caught over the weeks before this tournament. Last but not least, let's take a look at their bluegill. Again, another one of those points that can be beat, but this 9.5-inch gill is a dandy. It is pushing close to that 10-inch mark. That's getting close to hard to beat, but they are out there. So that is a qualifying fish. And let's see who we've got holding that one. Once again, we've got Dion with the hold. So great looking gill. That's going to be a tough one to hang on to. So good luck to them with that fish. And that's Team Mud Puddle. Last but not least, let's take a look at how Jake did here with Team Hogsback. He scored a yellow perch, a walleye, a largemouth bass, a drum, which we all looked at this morning in the first live feed, and a bullhead. So let's start down here with our yellow perch, 10-incher. That's a solid perch. And there it is on the board, touching the line. That is a qualifying fish. Healthy looking, chunky fish. And there he is with the trophy hold. That's a nice perch, and I'm sure it would taste good in the pan. Not sure whether he kept or released these fish, but I'm assuming a lot of these are being released as they are not going to have a whole lot of time to fillet and eat. So next up, we're going to take a look at his 15-inch walleye. Again, another point that I don't think is going to hang on at that size. There's obviously much bigger. So there he's got that close up on the tail that is touching the line. There's a little white tip. We can confirm walleye there. Let's get a look at what this photo is. There it is on the bump board. Healthy looking 15-incher. Again, would be good in the grease, but I don't know that anyone's wasting a whole lot of time there. So. And the trophy shot. Great fish. Nice work, Jake. Again, going to be a tough point to hang on to. Everybody's got to be targeting those at some point, I imagine. It is Minnesota after all. Next up, we've got our largemouth bass that Jake submit here. He's got 3 photos once again. A 15 3/4 inch largie. That is a dandy looking fish from that angle. That is a good looking fish. And on the bump board, there it is. Tail touching that 3/4 mark. 15 3/4 inch largemouth. And we will throw up the on the bump board. That is a fat 15. I wonder, I am no good at gauging weight. I would guess 2.5 pounds. I don't know. Throw it in the comments. What do you guys think there? What do we think this bass would weigh? I am no good at that. All right. We will take a look at that drum once again. We saw that this morning. It was one of those early submissions from Jake. He got on the board early. Big, giant fish. Them things are fun to fight, especially when you're fishing walleye on the river and you hook into one of those big boys. Again, the close-up on the tail. Touching the line qualifies. And our hold. I don't know. Those things, I mean, they can be ugly, but you gotta have. There's some beauty in just catching a drum and having that fun fight. So, not a bad fish there by Team Hogsback. And last but not least, the elusive black. I think it's a black bullhead. It doesn't matter. We've got all the bullhead species lumped into one category here. There he is. Looks like he's bank fishing for this. And he's got company out there. So there is your bullhead by Team Hogsback. Let's get the picture on the bump board. Now there's the tail touching the line. And our bump board photo, nose touching, tail on the line. So there you have it, folks. That is our scoreboard for the day. For the first period. I am very impressed. 16 scored fish, pretty well evenly spread. Looks like Goodwill has some ground to make up here, but we do. Let me sort this. It won't let me sort it. But anyhow, we can see where our placing sits there. Hogsback in first, Mud Puddle in second. The Googans in third, Tenny Pounder in fourth, and Team Goodwill in fifth. Bass Holes did not submit a fish this round. Hopefully they have some better luck and can land some of those fish coming up in the coming periods. So that will do it for our scoreboard. I do have a video that I would like to show you guys. That 14 3/4 inch crappie that Team Goodwill submit. They actually submit a release video of that, and it's actually kind of funny. So let's take a look at this video really quick, and then I'll get to your guys' comments here quickly.
Ready? Nice 14 1/4 black crappie going back in the hole. That's right, we're summer fishing now. There's no hole. What is he doing? There he goes.
Gotta love that. Nice release. He was putting on a little bit of a show for us. So great fish. Let's see if they can add to that. They need to step it up a little bit here to make their way up the leaderboard. So that will do it for our check-in here at 1 p.m. I do not have anything else other than I would like to touch on once again, Minnesota Made is hosting our golf event here in September 25th at Majestic Oaks Golf Course. $400 per foursome. Includes golf cart, range balls, and a burger basket for the awards session. You can make your payments there to Jake Kuchenmeister or reach out to any of us here at Minnesota Made, and we will get you signed up. If you're interested in sponsoring a hole, that is $100 per hole for a sponsorship. Contact us if you are interested, or if you have prizes to donate to the silent auction or raffle. That can include anything from baits to trips to crafts that you make. Anything. Let's get it out there. We'll get it in the silent auction, and it is definitely to help a good cause for our nonprofit, the Future Anglers of Minnesota, aiming to help young anglers advance themselves in their fishing careers. These kids have passion for fishing, and they just need that little extra edge, and we want to give that to them and give them the mentorship that they're looking for. In the long run, eventually, this nonprofit's goal is to potentially give any of these kids scholarships so that they can go and take a little bit of the load off of going to school if they do so choose. So again, the golf tournament is a great way to help us out with that fundraising, or if you just feel so inclined to donate some money, reach out to us at Minnesota Made, and we would be very, very much appreciative of that as well. So I'm done with that. We have another check-in in 8 hours. I will be going live once again today at 9 p.m. There will potentially be another contest. Keep your eyes out on the Facebook page for that, and see if you can't get yourself some more prizes. So keep your eye on Facebook. I appreciate all of you for tuning in, for chatting with us. Oh, let's get to the comments. We had some people chiming in out here. Paul Gazzoni, our fearless leader. Hey, yo, looking good all. Thanks, Paul. Thank you for watching, buddy. Appreciate it. Doyle, Tillich, wear 'em out, Team Goodwill. They got some work to do, but they are putting some time in. They got a long ways to go. Grace Walsh, Brennizer. Again, I'm botching names left and right, but all I see is loins. Little Rut Daniels reference there. But yes, we've got some good fish on the board. And Wendy Johnson Wilcoxon, great job, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for cheering on these anglers. They are out there busting their butts. Probably not going to get much sleep. Hopefully they're eating. And as Trent keeps saying, stay hydrated. Hopefully they are all hydrated out there. With this weather we've been having, yeah, you're going to need it. It's hot and sweaty, and definitely need to stay hydrated. But fortunately today it's been pretty mild. So with all that being said, I'm going to leave it there. Again, thank you for tuning in again this afternoon, and we will see you again at 9 p.m. going live here on Facebook, the Anglers List Facebook page, and the Minnesota Made Outdoors YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your afternoon. We'll see you later.